Welcome everybody, thank you very much for joining me at Yoga and Fitness with Lindsay. We're going to do a little sequence today, and at the time of filming we were in lockdown, and I know a lot of you have some conflicting feelings about what's happening in the world, and it is difficult. So I've designed this little sequence to help us be strong in difficult times, and we don't only have to use it now, we can use it at other times when life is getting a little bit difficult. I've broken it down into 3 sections. The first one is a heart opener, acknowledging our feelings. We have done this in class, so a lot of you will know it already. The second one is strength and courage. And the third one is self-care. All those things we need to make ourselves feel calm and centered. So let's start with the heart opener, shall we? So let's bring our feet under the hips, and our hands to Anjali Mudra, heart center, pressing the thumbs onto the sternum. So let's just take a minute to settle our minds. Just breathe gently from the back of the throat to the bottom of the lungs and beyond into the belly. Relaxing the shoulders. Then gently, we're going to clasp our hands behind, take a breath in, lift the chest, push the knuckles down. Then let's bend the knees. Fold, ribcage to thighs, hands lift. And then on an inhale, we sweep the arms forward. On an exhale, we sink the hips down. And then lift the hips, tip forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Let your whole upper body relax. Then again, let's soften the knees, rise, all the way up onto the balls of the feet. And then as we land the heels, think about a back bend, just dropping the tops of the shoulders back. If you have any back worries, then leave this bit out. And then come back to self. Clasp hands, inhale, chest lift. Bend the knees, surrender to the earth. Knuckles lift, eye gaze to toes. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, sink. Then slowly start to straighten the legs and tip forwards. Into Uttanasana. Don't worry if you can't straighten your knees, it doesn't matter. Be kind to yourself. Slowly we start to unfurl the spine, we lift and come up. Land the heels and tip. Yeah, it's beautiful, everyone. Heart center. The calm, the calm. Knuckles, chest lifts, bend the knees. Knuckles lift. Eye gaze to toes. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, exhale, sink. And then slowly straighten the legs. How relaxed can your shoulders and your neck become here? Soften the knees, rise up. Draw the breath right down to the heels and float up to the sky. Land the heels and tip. And then come back to Anjali Mudra. Lovely. Let's do this a couple more times. So the measured breath, the conscious movement, this will calm us in times of difficulty. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, sink. Start to straighten the legs. And tip. Doesn't matter where you go here, as long as you can feel a little stretch. Then soften the knees, rise to the sky. And the heels, back bend. And come back to Anjali Mudra. We're going to do this one more time. Smoothly, calmly. Clasp. lift, fold down, lift the knuckles, sweep the hands, strong in the arms, fingers spread. And then the reverse of that, the fingers are relaxed, the shoulders just drop. Slowly unfurl, be aware of the length of your body from heels to fingertips. Land, back bend. And then slowly come to your Anjali Mudra. And finish here. First segment, thank you so much, that was beautiful. We're going to come down to the mat now. So come down to tabletop. On the mat in tabletop, so knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. We're just going to have a little flex of the spine and a wag of the tail, just to loosen up the back and just to kind of smooth everything out. Any tension, let it go. Breathe. And just draw the breath into the spine. Lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to lift the knees off the mat. We're going to push right back, rib cage to thighs. And then straightening the legs and lifting the shoulders. We're going to rise up like a wave and drop down into a plank. So we must keep our abs braced here because we're going to drop the hips and draw the shoulders back into a kind of version of up dog. So drop the hips, lift the shoulders, but we're keeping the toes tucked. And then exhale and push back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spreading out the shoulders, eye gaze to knees. And then we're going to lift right up onto the toes. Bring the knees down to the outside of the mat and push back into child pose. Exhale as you go. And then inhale as you rise, bring your knees back in. And let's do the same again. So we're going to run through this a couple of times, just to connect with our physical body really. Okay, ready to tuck the toes, lift the knees, exhale and push right back. And then straighten the leg, rise with power, and roll like a wave into a strong plank. Take a breath, drop the hips, lift the chest. Beautiful. Push back to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adjust your feet if you need to, eye gaze to knees. Take a breath in, come onto your tiptoes, drop the knees to the outside of the mat. And sink back. Ah, lovely. Roll up. Knees come under the hips again. Just a couple of flexions of the spine. A couple of wiggles of the tail. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Push back. Okay, ready to roll like a wave. Come with power. And then drop to plank. Brace the core, drop the hips. Okay, stretching out the front of the hips. Push back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, into the heels. Feeling the stretch in the back of the legs, feeling the power in the upper arms. Lift onto the toes, drop the knees gently, sit back, let go, let go. Come back. Tabletop. Breathe again. Tuck the toes. Lovely. Okay, let's push back, my friends. And then rise with strength. Drop to a strong plank. Feel the power. And then drop the hips. Open the chest, keeping the thighs off the mat, pushing back to downward facing dog. Adjust your feet if you need to.
Up onto the toes, down to the knees, pushing back to Balasana and relax. Shall we do it one more time? I love rolling through this sequence because it makes you realise the power in all your body, all the muscles working together, giving you stability, giving you strength. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, push back, and then rise, roll, and control. Slowly drop the hips. Don't forget to brace your core. Draw your shoulders down. Beautiful. Push back to down dog. Lift up onto the toes. Drop the knees. And sit back. Last time, and we relax here. So snuggle right down. Rib cage between the thighs. Snuggle right down. Maybe drop the side of your head to the mat and just flatten yourself into a little soft ball. A little bit of seaweed on the beach. Just lying there. Lovely. That was strength and courage. This is self-care. So, just a few little stretches, just to finish off. Starting with my favourite Paschimottanasana. So let's sit nice and tall. Draw your sit bones back. Take a breath in. So as you lift, what I always imagine is the sky from the bottom of the ribs, the top of the hips. That's the sky is there. So open the sky and then slowly tip forwards, pushing the chest towards the toes, and then letting go, settling down. So feeling the stretch all the way down the back of the body, from heels to back of the shoulders, but just really relaxing. Then we're going to come slowly up. We're going to bring both feet flat to the mat. We're going to take the right foot under, the left foot in front, and we're going to twist to the left. Elbows to the back of the knee, and lift really long and slowly, like an arrogant swan. You turn to the side. Lovely. Come back to the front. Take hold of this knee. Lift it up and take hold of the foot. Then slowly extend the leg. When the leg's extended, then take a breath in and lift the chest as well. Eye gaze to toes. Lovely, lovely. And then we're going to bring that foot over and tip slightly forward for a stretch on the outside of the hip. Okay, slowly back up. Give your legs a little shake out. Flat. This time we're going to bring the left foot under. Bring that foot a little bit closer and turn. Turn the eye gaze over your shoulder and just release those muscles in the mid-torso and the internal organs. Lovely, beautiful job everyone. Come back to centre, take hold of the knee, take hold of the foot, and then extend. Take a lovely deep breath in and lift the chest, take the eye gaze to the toes. That foot comes across and slowly tip forwards. Just easing that stretch in the outside of the hip, iliotibial band. Then slowly come back up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to lie down. We're going to clasp the elbows. We're going to take a lovely deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're just going to let go. Stay where you are. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you found this useful. Please use it whenever you need to. And take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.